Boys used to think I was cool. Girls, I think they envied me. And I didn't have to tell anybody what I was. I just was. I had this imaginary band. My soulmates, they were perfect. Co-rockers of my imagination. Black leather and Susie Quattro shed. So cool. We first hit Joe and Raj, and then afterwards we put on a seance to bring back Jimi Hendrix and Abe Lincoln, and at the same time we called ourselves Secrets of the Vatican. Playing rock bars and I was 6, playing Joe with the Hendrix slick. I was a star, but Mr. Hill said, "Go spade a pick." It's the boys who shred. Girls think of it. It's the boys who shred. Girls think of it. It's the boys who shred. Got a radio strapped to the handlebar, singing telegrams, saying I'm a rock and roll star.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Denver JCC for tonight's Jillith Fair. My name is Ron Bostwick, and I'll be your MC tonight. There's going to be a lot going on the stage, and I'm going to sort of help you keep everything straight because we have so many musicians who are here to honor Jill and her life and her music and tell some great stories also. It's nice to see, as I look around, to see some Broncos colors, even on a day like today, and Nugget shirts too. With Jill being such a fan of both, it's nice to show that kind of support. Tonight is just one of many Jillith fairs that are happening around the country. Tonight, not just tonight, but they've been happening for the past handful of months and still will happen into next year. And in fact, want to know where they are, the shirt's out in the lobby. Half the cities where they are. So you are welcome to tell your friends who live in these cities the joy that you're about to have tonight, that they can go see those shows also. Now, tonight's show was scheduled a long time ago, and that is because tonight was not supposed to be a Jillith Fair night. Tonight was the night that Jill was to be here at the Denver JCC to premiere her play that's been on New York and sold out many times, called Fuck 7th Grade. I didn't think anybody would mind me saying that. That's the name of the play. So this was the night that she was to perform on this stage this evening and put on that show. So it just seemed right that we keep the date here at the Denver JCC, where Jill came as a child too, and have this show and have this be a Jillith fair for us tonight. And as I was thinking this morning about today, I thought that it kind of works out well that this is the night that we are doing this. Because as we get ready to say goodbye to summer tonight and go into fall, you know, summer is that time where it's fun, it's light, it's enjoyable, you hang out with friends, you're outside. As the song says, summertime and the living is easy. But fall is that transition to winter that gets us ready to be a little more isolated. Well, I feel like tonight is the time for us to enjoy the summer of Jill, the time that we had with her. And we all know that when you experience a loss, and especially a sudden loss like we did with Jill, the last thing you want to be is isolated. We all need to be around each other, around family, around friends, around support. And so it's wonderful that this night that was supposed to be something else can still be Jill's family, Jill's friends, to be here together with all of us. And whether you know everyone in this room or not, we're all sort of related for the next couple of hours. So let's enjoy it while we can. And I want, go ahead. I was a fan of Jill's and had seen her many times, including in the house in Hilltop where she grew up, where she performed some songs from Fuck 7th grade a couple of years ago. And I was lucky enough last fall to go see the play in New York, and my friends took this picture of me and Jill there. And so I had to bring it tonight, and I'm just going to have it on the stage for all of us to at least have Jill not just up on the screen, but at least on the stage here for us too. So we still have another video before we get to the musical performances tonight, and that video will come from Jill's brother Jim and her nephews.
Hello, Denver! I'm Bobby Solbule, Jill's nephew. I'm Matt Solbule, Jill's nephew. And this is Jim, our father, Jill's brother.
Hi, everybody in Denver. We are so pleased that a Jill's Feller is occurring in Denver. And just very grateful for all of you who have come out to it, the people putting it on, and obviously the musicians. Jill was born in Denver and considers Denver, the Denver Broncos, and the Denver Nuggets her home. I want to give a special shout out to Doug Gertner for doing a fantastic job and putting this together. Thank you very much.
So we have a very special thing happening tonight. And Paul, where are you? If you want to come up here. Denver City Council member Paul Cashman is here. He represents District 6, and he was a Jill fan, had seen her many times, and he's got a special thing to happen here. Paul?
Thank you, Master. Good evening. Thank you all for coming out to honor our friend. This is proclamation 25-1358, a proclamation declaring September 21st to be Jill Solbule Day in Denver. Whereas Jill Solbule was born in Denver on January 16, 1959, to Marvin Lee Solbule, a veterinarian, and Elaine Kremis Solbule, a musician, was raised in the Hilltop neighborhood along with her brother Jim, and attended Carson Elementary, Hill Middle School, and St. Mary's Academy. And whereas Solbule began to display her skill on guitar in the 8th grade, taking after her older brother Jim, she eventually enrolled at the University of Colorado Boulder to study political science, spent her junior year in Seville, Spain, where she performed her first public gigs traveling around Spain, Algeria, and Morocco. She later returned to the U.S. and dropped out of CU to pursue her music career full-time, sharpening her chops at local venues including Josephina's and the Rathskeller at Larimer Square. And whereas Jill began a recording career in 1990, releasing an album, Things Here Are Different, with the notable single Too Cool to Fall in Love, rising to fame in the 1990s merging pop with heartfelt topics and genuine vulnerability, writing songs that tackle the LGBTQ experience, reproductive rights, anorexia, and more. Whereas her self-titled 1995 album, Jill Solbule, proved to be a big hit, thanks to the single I Kissed a Girl, a flirty story about a woman's growing interest in other women. The first song with an openly gay theme to reach top 20 on any Billboard chart. It also reached number 67 on the Hot 100 singles chart. And whereas that same record spawned another hit, Supermodel, a stark takedown of the social pressure on women that was also featured in the film Clueless, leading Solbule to often describe herself as a two-hit wonder. And whereas as her career evolved in 2000, Robbie Walliver wrote in the New York Times, quote, "Now she sings about dumb boyfriends, weight-obsessed women, Alzheimer's disease, and the failings of a long list of celebrated people. With a wicked wit and pliant facility for candor, Ms. Solbule is an artist whose talent goes well beyond whom she kisses." And whereas discussing her evolving gender identity, Jill once explained that when she was growing up, her only queer role models had been Miss Jane Hathaway, the very proper secretary on the Beverly Hillbillies, and her gym teacher, and these are Jill's words, who looked like Pete Rose. Whereas, in more recent years, Jill continued to break new ground with her autobiographical off-Broadway play, F 7th Grade. This is an official city proclamation. A poignant account of surviving the cruelties of middle school in the early 70s as a tomboy and nerd, tiptoeing her way out of the closet, becoming an MTV sensation in the mid-90s, then getting dropped by the record label that had insisted on sanitizing I Kissed a Girl of any lesbian implications. And whereas, while her touring career took her around the world, and she at times made her home in far-flung places, including New York, LA, Nashville, and others, she always made sure people knew she was a devoted Denver girl and remained a rabid fan of the Denver Nuggets and Denver Broncos throughout her life. She maintained her voting status in Denver and voted here in the last election. And whereas, unexpectedly and tragically, the night before she was to make a return appearance at Denver's Swallow Hill Music Hall to perform selections from F 7th Grade, Jill died May 1, 2025 at a friend's home in Woodbury, Minnesota at the age of 66. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Council of the City and County of Denver that Section 1, the City Council of the City and County of Denver hereby recognizes Jill Solbule as a Denver treasure, noting not only her amazing musical talent, but her immeasurable contributions in bringing awareness to LGBTQ+ and numerous other social justice issues, and declares Sunday, September 21, 2025 to be Jill Solbule Day in the City and County of Denver. In Section 2, that the Clerk of the City and County of Denver shall attest and affix the seal of the City and County of Denver to this proclamation, and that copies be delivered to Doug Gertner, James Solbule, Mary Kate O'Neill, and John Porter. And thank you. Is Doug close by? Got a couple of things, if you don't mind. Doug, I'll hand you this, and as we all know, Jill was a trailblazer, and our transportation folks were kind enough to put together this sign memorializing Jill Solbule Trail. And Doug has an absolutely amazing memorabilia collection at his 5 Points Live house concerts, and I hope you'll find room for this.
I think this goes to Jimmy.
Well, I also have one for Jimmy as well. So, thank you all very much.
Okay, let's have some music, shall we? Our first performer tonight, she grew up in Boulder. She has toured the world as a recording artist, in addition to being a multi-instrumentalist, folk singer, songwriter. Carla has added coaching and healing work to her offerings. Tonight, she is joined by Tony Trischka and Molly O'Brien. She'll offer a pair of tender tunes to start off our Jill Solbule celebration in music, our Jillith Fair here in Denver. Please welcome Carla Siaki.
Thank you, Ryan. So I usually like to just jump into the song, but a couple months ago I did this song with the person who co-wrote it with Jill. Jill wrote this song, Rock Me to Sleep, with Richard Barone. And Richard kind of put it on me to bring the context of the writing of this song to you before singing it. So all of us that were alive then probably remember this night. It was the night that Princess Diana was in the car. Richard were in a hotel on tour, and Jill didn't want to go to bed because she wanted to find out what happened. You know, we all had to wait to find out if Princess Diana had survived the crash. Remember? So I was nursing a baby, so I definitely remember. And so the way they kept each other awake all night was writing this song, which ironically is called Rock Me to Sleep. And Richard just became so deeply enamored of Jill's songwriting because of the personification in this song, that there are all these figures, the book on the bedstand, the little TV, the drink in the ashtray, all these things are keeping watch over Jill. She brings these things to life in the song, and truly she was a crafts person with her songwriting. So. 6 in the morning, been up since 3. I wish I had somebody to rock me to sleep. The sun won't be melting these snowy white sheets. I wish I had somebody to rock me to sleep. Rock me to sleep, rock me to sleep. I wish I had somebody to rock me to sleep. The book on the bedstand, the little TV, the drink and the ashtray keep watch over me. The long dark shadows of the sycamore tree wave and keep me company. Keep me company, company. The long dark hands of the sycamore tree. Take me in your arms and hold me till I close my eyes, till the streetlights die and the traffic rumbles. Rock me to sleep, rock me to sleep. I wish I had a mother. Wish I had a father. Wish I had a baby. Wish I had somebody to rock me to sleep. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Molly. We'll be singing some more later. And I'm welcoming to the stage Ben Cohen on bass. So I first met Jill backstage at Swallow Hill about 2.5 years ago. We were in a show that has been happening yearly for about 13 years called Jews Do something different every year, somebody different every year. And Jill was a surprise guest star 2.5 years ago. And I had had a parallel career with Jill. We started about the same time, and then I started touring as a soloist, and she started touring as a soloist, and we never met until 2023. But we felt like we knew each other, and it was an instant feeling of, she was so warm and so inviting, and we just instantly fell into an ease together. That was the only time that I had with her, and I'm very grateful for it. So when she died in May, the thing that came to me in a very, very powerful way was how Jill was her whole self for all of us. She brought her whole self, you know, all the emotions and all the mess of life and all the layers of who she was and what she was wrestling with at any given time. And it inspired me. She now, I'm considering her opening a door to, I'm going to carry this legacy forward and be more myself and carry more of me into what I bring. So, with grief and with gratitude.
Siaki. Our next performer is a recording artist in both the Jewish and the secular spaces, recently retired as a senior rabbi at Temple Emmanuel here in Denver. Rabbi Joe is touring, playing, singing, and ready to celebrate the high holidays in a different way this year. Right now, to celebrate the life and memory of Jill Solbule, Rabbi Joe Black.
Shana Tova. The largest congregation, I'm going to say that in front of. So I first met Jill the same time Carla did, at Jews Do. I'm not sure what we were doing. Which one was that? Do you remember? It was Jews Do someone. But, and I didn't get to know her that well at the time, but when, in May, I had an opportunity to play at Swallow Hill, another tribute to Jill, and I was asked to play this song, which I think is a perfect song. It tells a story of two lovers caught up in the Balkan War in Belgrade. And it's a perfect song for a lot of reasons. One, because it tells a beautiful story, but it also tells it from different perspectives and draws you in. It's called Verbania Bridge. Stood by the window, watched the old church burn for the second time. The light from the fire made her glow like an angel as she pulled him down and smiled. They lay on the bed, there were shouts all around. They could turn the whole world out with the squeak of the spring, tomorrow's dreams and the beating of their hearts. He would lay down his arms for her. She would forgive his brother's crime. She would do anything to get beyond Verbania Bridge. He looked up to Jesus. She looked to the east where the sun was about to shine. She asked for Allah's blessing, keep them both alive. They had friends in hot places who could do them a favor. They could turn a blind eye. They'd seen so much death and war every day. Let's just let these two pass by. They would lay down their arms for them hurt. They would forgive his brother's crime. They would do anything to get them past Verbania Bridge. Sandbag building, soldiers saw them fall. They said if love was their only arm, they had no luck at all. They lay for 6 days in a final embrace. They had turned the whole war out. The soldier blames the other side. Even he has his doubts. He would lay down She would lay down his arms for her. He would forgive his brother's crimes. They would do anything to make it past Bonnie Britt. Bonnie Britt. Bonnie Britt. Gathering up some friends, Rich York on bass, Ben Cohn on keys, Hal Aqua on guitar, and Liz Barnes on cajon. We're going to do a cover tune. And this is a sing-along. One, two, two, two. Well, Billy Rockton died about his suicide. I would kick it in his head when he was barely alive. Speed jive, don't want to stay alive. 25. And I wasn't stealing clothes from rocks and spots. Freddie's picking stars from the scars on his face. Funky little boat race. Oh, television man is crazy. Sing me to another living rest. So now I need TV. Well, I got T-Rex. Brother, you guess I'll do, yeah. All they gonna do, bury the news. Boo-boo-boo-boo. Bury the news. All they gonna do, sing along. Bury the news. Boo-boo-boo-boo. Bury the news. Now Lucy looks sweet 'cause he dresses like a queen. He can kick like a mule. He's a real mean team, but we can love. Oh, we can love. And my brother's back home with his Beatles and his songs. He never got much of all that revolution stuff. What a drag. Too many snacks. Now I'm just out of bed. I'm feeling real fine. Gotta raise some cat to bed. Oh man, is there concrete all around? Or is it in my head? Come on, there's something to do there. All they gonna do, bury the news. Boo-boo-doo-doo. Bury the news. All they gonna do, bury the news. Boo-boo-doo-doo. Bury the news. all the young do, carry the dew, boogaloo-blue, carry the dew. Sing on us now. All the young do, come on, carry the news, boogaloo-blue, carry the news. One more time. All the young do, carry the news, boogaloo-blue, carry the news. Thank you very much. Shout out to everybody. Happy New Year.
Rabbi Joe. Even if you weren't singing out loud, I know you were singing along. It's okay. Our next performer, like Carla, grew up in Boulder. She recently earned her singer-songwriter degree in the singer-songwriter program at DU Denver. She has a lot of recordings to her credit, and 5 years ago, won the John Lennon International Songwriting Competition. We bring out the big guns for you tonight here at the JCC. Please welcome a lady who's going to be singing a song that we hope you will all sing along to. Finn O'Sullivan.
Thanks, guys. I'm so happy and honored to be here. I didn't know Jill personally, but I saw her maybe like a couple years ago at Doug Gertner's house concert, and it was just like such a lovely night. What a wonderful human being and songwriter. And I'm gonna play I Kissed a Girl for you. If you know it, sing along. I love this song, and I think what I love about it is that it's fun and it's honest and it's relatable. And I think like in this day and age, I would need a lot more joy and queer joy in my life. And that's what this song does.
Sitting there Solomon tonight. With Beatbox Barnez over there. Our next performer is an artist and a musician. He fronts the klezmer fusion band, The Lost Tribe. I'm not Jewish, and I get that name. He also serves as music director for B'nai Havurah and provides song leading at Temple Micah and elsewhere. He conceived and has led the very popular, long-running Jews Do Jews series that Carla was talking about before. You know, local musicians, local Jewish musicians playing the songs of Jewish songwriters. Well, tonight you guys get to hear this news first because this has not been announced to the public. The next Jews Do show will be Jews Do Jill Solbule. It will happen at Swallow Hill on Saturday, January 24th. Okay, so something to look forward to in January. That'll be at Swallow Hill. So tonight for a little preview of that, Hal Aqua, please. Hal.
It's called the Resistance Song. Dream. We were in the resistance, somewhere in France, fighting traitors and fascists. You were my mistress, yes, you were a woman, but I knew it was you by the shape of your mouth. You called me Maurice, and I had a small mustache, play clarinet in a decadent band. In the bushes, we shot from the bushes, made love in the bushes, like there was no tomorrow. In my real life, I'm a cocktail waitress, Dutchman's hands instead of bullets. Bass player in a band that got a deal, dealing with assholes instead of explosives. Still, we're grateful to be alive, together fighting side by side as we hide in the bushes, we shoot from the bushes, we love in the bushes. Like there's no tomorrow, we hide in the bushes, we shoot from the bushes, we love in the bushes, like there is no tomorrow. La 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 we'd meet again in another life, and we'll hide in the bushes, shoot from the bushes, make love in the bushes, like there's no tomorrow. We'll hide in the bushes, we'll shoot from the bushes, make love in the bushes, like there is no tomorrow.
With Carla and Ben, Hal Aqua. Our next performer we are really thrilled to have here. He has been called, and I quote, one of the most influential modern banjoists, both in several forms of bluegrass music and occasionally in jazz and avant-garde. And he has inspired an entire generation of progressive, psychedelic bluegrass musicians. This guy was inspired when he met Jill at a TED conference. I'll let him tell you that story. We are thrilled that he has come here to Denver just for this show. Tony Trischka.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here. I did meet Jill at a TED show, and we hit it off almost immediately. I found out we had the same birthday, and we stayed in touch after that. Every once in a while, she would just write to me and say, Tony, and I would write back and say, Jill, and then I wouldn't hear from her for 6 months. I never understood that, but it was a wonderfully quirky way of being. And so we just had a chance to do music at various times when she came to New York City at Joe's Pub or various other places. And we're going to do a tune now. I had a chance to write some music for an Emily Dickinson poem. The name of the poem is Frequently the Woods Are Pink. And I got Jill to record it with me, which will come out someday, and she just did an incredible job of it. So Molly is going to do an incredible job singing this too. So Frequently the Woods Are Pink.
Frequently the woods are pink, frequently are brown, frequently the hills undress behind my native town. Oft a head is crested, I was wont to see, and as oft a cranny where it used to be. And the earth, they tell me, on its axis turn, wonderful rotation, by what 12 per 4. Oft a hedge is crested, I was wont to see, and as oft a cranny where it used to be. And the earth, they tell me, on its axis turn, wonderful rotation, by the 12 per 4.
Thank you. A few days ago, I decided I wanted to write a tune for Jill for this concert. And it doesn't have a title yet, but it can sometimes be hard to get into writing a tune, so I decided to take her phone number and assign certain notes of the scale to her phone number, and that's how I got started. writing this tune. So this is for Jill. Thank you. Thank you, Molly and Rich.
Like live radio. We'll figure it out.
I stole your thunder.
That's okay. It's your fun.
Ben Cohen on an unusual instrument tonight. Evidently, he's been very busy with Oktoberfest. He says, "Don't worry, I'll be all warmed up by Sunday." So, if you have listened to Jill's stuff, you know that she wrote incredibly sad songs, sad love songs, happy love songs. She wrote about sex, she wrote about a lot of political stuff, which we'll get to. We already have been getting to it. But she also was like an observer, kind of like Randy Newman or somebody like that, an observer of people. And this song, I'm sure she wrote about the whole world of the job description of dressing up as a superhero in Hollywood and walking along the Walk of Fame in front of Grauman's Chinese Theater and posing for photos with people. There are people that do that, and that's what this song is about. It's very sweet, very poignant. It's called Spider-Man. Tourists sure are out, and here comes one you hear there was a fight? They arrested Captain Jack. And Princess Leia got so trashed, she won't be coming back. Like Spider-Man, like Spider-Man. Okay, well, I met Jill when in 1980 or 81, and she was just everything everyone has said about her. So much in the moment, and so fun, and so encouraging, and just fun to be around, fun to do a gig with. I did several gigs with her, and then saw her a couple times in the last 10 years, but you know, she went off, she became, she had big, she had a huge hit. None of us really had done, none of us folkies had done that, and we were proud of her and happy for her and everything. And once I started diving into her songs, I realized what an astute thinker and poet she is. And I just couldn't resist this song. Rich and I grew up very, very Catholic, and I thought, where did she find a song called Soldiers of Christ? And I realized, somebody's laughing loudly, but probably a fellow Catholic. She went to St. Mary's Academy. That's where, I thought those nuns, they taught her right, because those nuns are good nuns. Anyway, this is the beginning of Fire and Brimstone with this song, Soldiers of Christ. We're so happy to have Tony here. Before we start the song, I don't want to forget to thank Paul Woods for doing a great job up on the sound. Bringing cats, you guys. So thank you, Paul. Okay. Our Lord loves a family. Our Lord loves a saint. Our Lord loves the unborn babies and the NRA. Our Lord hates the liberals, the faggots and their friends. We're soldiers of Christ, and we're here to defend the way it used to be, the way it ought to be, the way it's gonna be again. In the days of Cain and Abel, in the days of the Crusades, in the days of Inquisitions, they made the damned behave. Before emancipation, before Roe and Wade, before they taught the little children that they evolved from apes, the way it used to be, the way it ought to be, the way it's gonna be again. keeping track of souls the way it used to be, the way it ought to be, the way it's gonna be again. When we're in heaven, you'll be sorry. When we're in heaven, you'll be sorry. When we're in heaven, you'll be sorry.
I think Molly's the perfect person to sing that song for us. You know, earlier I mentioned how I had seen Jill at a couple of the house concerts here in Denver. And in the first one, she was singing selections from F7th grade. And there's a song in it that references the early 70s film Billy Jack, if you remember that. Yeah? Well, I have the DVD of that. I had lent it to a friend of mine, and the day before that concert, he had given it back to me. It was in my car. So I went out, I got the DVD, and I came back, and I showed it to Jill, and Jill looked at the DVD, looked at me, looked at the DVD, and then looked back at me with that look that said, "A fellow nerd!" I have a picture on my phone of me and Jill, home to go along with this. Maybe that's why she let me hug her, because she might have remembered me as the Billy Jack guy from years ago. Our next performer went to elementary school with Jill here in Denver. Any Carson Cougars? I don't mean the 40-year-old women. I mean, your alums. Any Hill Junior High Skyhawks? Okay, St. Mary's Academy Wildcats in the audience? Yeah? See? Longtime friends of Jill are here. Jerry, our next performer, joined Jill on stage a number of times at Swallow Hill and the Savoy in Denver when she was here. He has always accompanied her on a couple of songs. He's going to play them here tonight as an instrumentals, in fact. Jerry Kazetz.
I miss Jill, so I'll do my best to let my fingers do the singing.
The song called Island of Lost Things. One more time for Jerry. Beautiful. Like Jill, our next performer is a real Colorado original, a very gifted songwriter, a beautiful singer too. She has an album that just came out last year called Witness. It's a great showcase for her talents and what she does so well. She is going to perform a beautiful song from Jill, the other Colorado Sound original. Let's welcome to the Jillith Fair Denver stage, Megan Burt.
Thank you. I want to clock the stage help. I'm so glad to be here. I met Jill a handful of times and just loved her, and have been so inspired by her songwriting, her ability to weave humor and deep feelings into one little moment in time, and she did that with this song for sure.
Sometimes I wish I was an angel, a fallen angel who visits your dreams. And in those dreams, I blow you a message that says you really want me. Sometimes I wish I was a wrestler, a Mexican wrestler, in a red vinyl mask, and I might grab you and body slam you, and maybe cause you physical harm. When we would land, I might take pity on you. I can crack all your ribs, but I can't break your heart. You will never love me. was still 21, and I turned your head as well as your buddies, and I could afford to play hard to get. And we'd go to parties, and you'd show me off, and then I'd go home with somebody else. You will never love me. This I can't forgive, and it will always bug me as long as I will live. You will never love me. Why should I even care? It's not that you're so special, it's just the cross I bear. You will never love me. You will never love me. You will never love me as long as I will live.
Megan Burke. Our next performer grew up in the Big Easy of New Orleans, but she has been a big part of the Fort Collins music scene for a long time, where she has lived for a while. Because of the name of Jill's play that was supposed to be here tonight, I don't have to enunciate so well this next sentence. This artist is in the Colorado Music Hall of Fame as a member of the Mother Folkers, along with Molly O'Brien, Carla Siaki, who was out here, and a host of others too. She is going to bring out one of Jill's great activist tunes. Feel free to sing along if the spirit moves you. Liz Barnett.
I am so happy to be here. I did not know Jill. My good friend Doug Gertner had arranged a lunch date for us when Jill was in town, was coming to town last to play, and she was recording Live at Lunch special on KRFC, which is a radio station in Fort Collins. And Doug said, "Do you want to meet us afterwards for lunch?" I said, "That would be great." And he called me and told me that wouldn't be happening. I was also scheduled to play, there's a travel company called Olivia Travel, and it's, yes, LGBT plus women travel. Have you been? Yay! So I'm going to be playing in October in Punta Cana, which is in the Dominican Republic, and Jill was on that bill too. And so I was thinking, you know, we started playing music kind of around the same time, and I moved here in the late 80s, and we were playing some. I never met her, and my keyboard player Eric Moon played with her and toured with her, and we have been on the road, and he's told me so many amazing Jill stories. her obsession with Peggy Lee was one of my favorites. Like that, you know, the song, is that all there is? Well, she loved that song, and so, anyway, it's so great to be here with all of you and with everyone who knew her and loved her, and I'm sad I didn't get to meet her. I'm so honored that I get to sing this song. Everyone has been being very polite tonight, introducing her play, F 7th grade. I'm just going to put all of that to rest, and we're going to just scream out the real word in this song. So, thanks again. These guys are going to play along. That guy's going to play along. Remember the Garden of Eden, before Eve hung out with that snake. You could walk down the street, not worry about thieves. All the kids could go trick-or-treating. Then those foreigners started coming in, like the Germans in 1790. Then the Irish arrived, the potato blight, the neighborhood started changing. Life was better, we lived bright. Life had a paler shade of white. When they say we want our America back, our America back, our America back. When they say we want our America back, well, what the fuck do they mean? Before there was Ellis Island, and that statue we got from the French, that whore's still alerting, with strangers she's flirting, inviting them into our beds. The giddies, the coolies, the wetbacks, the reds, the Jews, now those terrorists. And who let in the woman who looks after my kids, and the one who's cleaning my mess. Life was righteous, life was clean. Send them all back, including me. When they say we want our America back, our America back, our America
to sort of play this almost like an E-Town show. We're going to bring everybody out here for our finale, but before we do, we could not have done this event tonight with a number of people, so allow me to say thank you to all of them. Our Swiss Army knife back here, Ben Cullen, member of the Lost Tribe with Al, and he's a lawyer in Denver. Don't do anything wrong tonight. Thank you, Tim Campbell, and everybody here at the Denver JCC for taking a chance on this play called Fuck 7th Grade that they were going to show tonight. But to pivot and let us have our Jillith Fair here tonight, welcoming all of us tonight. Thank you, everybody. Jacob, Kevin, Paul, and Marissa for front of house also. Molly and Rich have been playing music all throughout the night. They picked up the job of music directors for this entire program tonight. And doing a lot of publicity for this show, too. Thank you, Dan Prendergast, for stage managing. Bernie Katz. Jill's brother Jim for supporting all of our efforts here, and Jill's team, her manager John Porter, Tony the merch guy. Thank them for all of their support, too. Thank you, John and Tony. And all the songers on the stage here donated our time and talent tonight for the love of Jill. So thank you, all of you musicians. And while, it would have been fun to have this show without you guys, we want to say thank you, audience, for being here tonight to celebrate Jill and to be here for this Jillith Fair. Just so you know, there are some cards out at the merch table that will get you a discount on the online Jill store. You can also donate out there because Jill had some foundations that were very near and dear to her heart. We've got some QR codes out there on the cards to make it really easy for you. And there's a lovely painting, a portrait of Jill on the cards too. Oh, Maestro David Spira from Moss Presents donated the piano tuning so we can have a beautiful piano sound. Let's have a hand for this gentleman right here also. I owe you $5, Tony. So if you've ever seen Jill, you may know that she always liked to close her shows with this, and it was part of her musical autobiography there, Fuck 7th Grade. So all of our musicians are going to come out here. Is it okay if I say F? I said it. It's all right, my mom's not here, I can do that. So let's all reflect on Jill, let's all sing along, let's make sure that she can hear us as we all sing It's a Good Life.
One, two, one, two,
and the mud slides down the hill. Good night.
We won't have to make our beds, bring out the boots like I said. Let's have a ball before we're dead. Goodbye. Let the pines rise above. We'll go down into sweet love. 1, 2, 3. It was a good life. It was a good, good life. It was a good life. It was a good, good life. It was a good life. It was a good, good life. It was a good life.
The Jack Bear Singers.
Happy New Year, Saratoga.